How to use Asana in project management. So hi guys, the first thing that we're going to do is to simply open our browser and go to asana.com. Sign into your Asana account and basically it will route you to your homepage. So what is Asana? Asana is actually a powerful project management tool that helps you and your team stay organized and on track. To get started, let's first create a workspace. By creating a workspace in Asana, you can actually share this space with your teammates and organize and collaborate projects with them. So, to create a workspace, all we need to do is to go to the upper left-hand corner of our homepage and click on this create button right here. Now, when you click on the create button, it will give you options. You can create a task, a project, you can also create a message and invite your teammates basically. Now what we're going to choose is to create a project right here. So let's click on it. Now it will route you to a create new project page. To create a project, there are actually three options that you can do. You can start with a blank project, use a template, and you could also import like spreadsheet if you do have one already or if you want to use it. But for this, we're going to use template. Now, in the left-hand corner, you can actually see a panel. In this panel, you can actually see like ready or pre-made templates that you can make use of. So for example, you have a work request, a meeting agenda, event planning, and whatnot, depending on what kind of project that you're making. So for instance, we are going to plan an event. So let's choose event planning right here. Now, in order for us to use the template, click on this blue button right here. After which you can actually add or revise the project name. And you could also set the privacy settings for this one. You could make it public to your workspace and private to project members alone. So I want to make it more personal and want it to share only with my project members. So I'm gonna click on the second button right here and hit on next afterwards. Alright, now here we are going to schedule our project dates. For the start date, all you need to do is to choose or select a date when you would like to start the project. So for example, we're going to start with April 1, and then here we are going to click on end date first and choose the end date. So for example, we're going to end it on the 31st of May and simply create projects. Alright. Once we have successfully created the project, it will route us to this page basically. And this is where you can actually add your task and also assign your task to your other members. So here beside the title, you can actually add or set a status. And the first thing that we have right here is our timeline section. So you can add a section or add milestone with your task. Now, let's start looking in our overview section. In the overview section, you can actually add project roles or add the member and also assign the task to them. All right. Now here, you just need to input the email address of your teammate and simply send a message to them. Now the next section that we have right here is our list section. So in here we can actually see an overview or an organized set of the tasks and projects that we have to do within the week. You can see who the task is assigned to, its due date, the responsibilities of the person, and whatnot. So the next section is our board. In our board, it's actually the same as the list. However, the tasks are separated into sections basically, and you can actually add sections right here as well. Now the next one is our timeline. So in our timeline, you can actually see a calendar view. If you click on a task, you can actually mark it as done, or you could actually like make a comment on it right there below and then add some notes on what to improve on the task and the likes. Next is that we have our calendar right here. So in our calendar, we can actually add a task right here. So here, just click on this plus add task button and simply input or type in your added task, basically. And there you have it. So the next part is our workflow. In our workflow, it has been divided to different sections as well. So if you click on a section, you can actually assign a task to a specific person right here and also add triggers and actions. So to add a trigger, you can actually click on triggers, and here in the right panel, you can see like task updated and whatnot. So that could be your trigger. You could also add task timing. Now for the actions, in the action section, you would add an action to the trigger that you have inputted or placed in this section or in this specific task. There you have it. Now let's move on to the next one. For the next one, we have our dashboard right here. So here you can actually see a summary of how many tasks you have completed, your incomplete tasks, overdue tasks, and total tasks all in all. Since we have started the project, we can see that we have not completed any task yet. So the next section is our message section. Here you can actually send message to your members basically and connect your words to your work. Lastly, here we have our file section. In the file section, you can actually attach any file or pictures, videos that will be helpful in your project, and all of your members can make use of this or see this basically. One good thing about Asana is that we can customize our project. So all we need to do is to click the customize button in the upper right hand corner, and in here we can see a panel that will pop out. So here we can actually add a department, expected due date, the rules, also the applications. You can actually add applications in order for you to integrate with your Asana. And then you could also use the task templates where we have already created one or where we utilized one already. This time, let me show you how to mark a project or a task as completed. So here in our list section, let's simply click on a task, and then in here we can actually see in the upper corner of our panel mark as complete. So simply click on that button, and there you can see it has been completed. Now if you're an editor, again, you can actually add comments on that specific task that has been created. So next is that let's take a look at the calendar button or the calendar. Here we can see that our project or our task has been completed because we can see a green check mark in there. So there you have it. Again, Asana is a powerful tool that can help you and your team stay organized, collaborate effectively, and achieve your project goals basically. So that's about it for today's video, guys. I hope you find this helpful, and thank you so much for watching.